Good evening, friends. Hope you all are doing good. So, friends, today we are going to move towards the last chapter of our 7th standard NCRT. Hope this entire journey from first chapter to 7th chapter was good. Now, from tomorrow onwards, we will be starting 8th standard. So, last chapter is very interesting chapter. It is about life in the desert. So, we are going to see how people in the desert cope up themselves for the surrounding environment, how they live. Okay. So before that, let us understand the yesterday's question. So yesterday's question was about how people cope up with the surrounding people of the Amazon basin and Ganga Brahmaputra basin coped up with the surrounding atmosphere and they developed their civilization. So friends, civilization is a political concept where you have different institutions, you have population, you have family, you have road, rail, network, and overall how we live as a society. Okay, so there is no no like there is a law is also part of civilization. Constitution is also part of civilization. So these all things come under the civilization. So how these people live in the Amazon basin. So Amazon, it's part of few countries, and but the most important thing of the Amazon is tribes. So many tribes are living in this Amazon basin. So here life is very difficult because it's a dense jungle, dense population of animals, vertebrate, reptiles, insects. So here, how these people are living? So first of all, they have developed a specific lifestyle which is suitable for the surrounding environment. So starting from their dress, okay, how they wear their attire to how they live over there. So wearing the attire that yesterday we have seen that they are wearing grass skirts, okay, they are wearing headgears of the particular types of headgears, okay, and they are uh, in sync with the surrounding atmosphere by creating houses which can sustain over there. So we can see that the slanting apartment type of houses they are making over there. Okay, so they are also doing hunting and gathering because there are a huge number of animals and birds in the jungle, and they are also doing agriculture. So cassava plant that we have seen. So they are growing cassava. They are also growing cocoa, coffee, okay, sometimes tobacco. These types of things they are growing in the Amazon basin. So now in 1970s, road and rail network have also been developed over there, and slowly people are being developed over there. But still, so many people like modernity and primitive tribes they are living in synchronization with each other, okay, and sometimes in the isolation. Okay, so this is about Amazon basin. Then let us come to Ganga Brahmaputra basin. In Ganga Brahmaputra, one of the world's best developed civilizations since ancient time are present over here. So how people have developed over here? So people, since it's a very good terrain to live, it's a dense population. Almost 25 to 40% of the people of the India are staying in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Okay, there are different types of floras and faunas. Since it is one of the most fertile land in the world, okay, anything can be grown over here. So because anything can be grown over here, agriculture is very famous. Along with agriculture, industries have been developed. Along with industries, road, rail, communication network have been developed over here. And tribes are also living in the Brahmaputra basin in the Assam. Okay, so there you have bamboo groves. Okay, and at the height you have devdar, you have cedar, devdar, this type of trees, chinar, this type of trees you have at certain height. Okay, so in this way, people have cope up with the surrounding environment and they have developed a huge civilization. So Indian civilization have been started in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So many epics, so many ancient scriptures have been written in this Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Okay, so in this way you are supposed to write the answer and something you can write some extra current affair which is going on there over there, like you can talk about um, plains. You can talk about disputes with the surrounding countries like Nepal is our neighbor, and some recent disputes have been taken place with the Nepal. Nepal is also part of plain. Little bit of plain goes into the Nepal. Okay, so you can talk about that. You can also talk about forest produce in the Assam. You can talk about bamboo, how it is now can be grown in the farmland. So these things you can talk about. So in this way, you can write the answer. Okay, most of you have tried to write a pretty good answer. Okay, so hope you have understood the yesterday's topic. Today we are going to see the next topic, the last topic of the 7th standard NCRT, that is life in the desert. Okay, so friends, we have seen so many types of vegetation. So desert vegetations also we have seen. So desert means what? The first thing comes in front of our eyes is like huge tracts of sands. Okay, huge tracts of sands and very hot type of atmospheres, sand dunes. These type of atmospheres come in front of our eyes. So how people are coping up in the desert and how they are living. This is all we are going to see in this chapter. Okay. So now we are going to see two deserts. Which are those two deserts? First is the Sahara Desert, which is a hot desert. Another is a Ladakh desert, which is a cold desert. Okay, so two deserts we are going to focus upon, that how deserts have been developed and how people are living in such a harsh atmosphere, because there is no water, the temperatures are very high, there is no communication network, you cannot grow anything over there. So despite of this thing, how people are living over there is very important. Amongst them, Ladakh is very important for us because currently lots of dispute is going on in the Ladakh and it can be asked in the exam. Okay, so let us understand these deserts. So here you can see this beautiful picture of desert. Okay, so desert means what? Desert have two, three definitions. Some definitions are very simple, some definitions are technical. So here some simple definitions have been given over there. So here given in your NCRT chapter. So here rainfall is very very less. So here desert condition means rainfall is very very less and temperatures are very very high. So desert means temperatures are very very high and rainfall is very very less. Okay. So desert, depending upon the rainfall, all the desert rainfall will be always less. But depending upon the temperature, we can classify the desert into two types. First is hot desert and second is cold deserts. So hot deserts and cold deserts are the two types of desert you found all over the world. So why these deserts are being formed, how these deserts are being formed, that we will see in the climatology when it will come. Okay, so let us understand first about the Sahara Desert, the hot deserts. So, hot desert, before understanding that, everyone knows that Sahara is a very huge desert in the Africa. But guys, you know that before it was a desert, it is said that on this desert of Sahara there were rivers. Okay, it was under a huge or big river like Amazon or bigger than that. It was under that. So huge rivers with crocodile were there, and it was a very lush green area at one point of time. Okay, it was found from the cave paintings of the this Sahara Desert, that you can found giraffes, you can found lions, you can found deers, foxes, you can see crocodile. Okay, so that means this desert was once upon a time a very lush green type of uh, vegetation was there in this desert. Okay, now let us understand this Sahara Desert, how slowly it developed into the how people managed to live in the Sahara Desert. So in this map, you can see this Sahara Desert. It is spanning from all eastern to western of coast of Africa. Okay, so it is touching almost 11 countries. Okay, so you can see over here Algeria is there, Algeria is there, Chad is there, Egypt is there, okay, Sudan is there, okay, Niger is there, then so these 11 countries are there, Tunisia. So these names of these 11 countries you must remember. Okay, see the one of the important thing, the area of this desert is 8.54 million square kilometers. Okay, India's area is 3.2 million square kilometers. So you can see it's more than the double of size of the India as a country. So it is very uh, bigger than our country. So huge. Okay. So when we say Sahara Desert, it is not just sand and sand and sand everywhere flying. Okay. So there are gravels, there are rocks, there are plateaus, there are some desert mountains as well in this Sahara. Okay, so what happens because of the huge temperature, they gets heated and they radiate heat back into the surrounding areas, and they make surrounding area temperature very high. Okay, now let us understand various facts about the Sahara Desert. So friends, Sahara Desert, okay, here you can see Sahara Desert, it is a hot desert, so temperature, the maximum temperature as recorded in 1922 at Al Azizia, 57 to 58 degrees temperature has been recorded. So daytime it is very hot, very hot. Rainfall is there in desert, but it is very scanty or very short. See, the definition of desert is that evaporation is always higher than the precipitation. Sorry. So evaporation is always very high compared to precipitation. That's why there is no water remained in this area. So that is why what is happening? There is a desert. Okay. So temperature during the day might be as high as 50 degrees. So it is very difficult to live in this desert type of atmosphere. Now let us understand the flora and fauna of this desert. So since it is very hot, so there is no vegetations, so birds are very less. Okay, animals like fruit eating animals, like you'll have this vegetation eating animals like deers and all will also be very less. Okay, so here you can see flora, you have cactus, okay, then date palms in the Sahara, okay, and some bushes. These type of things you will have in the Sahara Desert. Fauna, if you see, the animals which can burrow and live under the sand like lizards, snakes, scorpion, jackals, camels, okay, hedgehogs. So these things will be, you can see in the Sahara deserts. So these are the different types of flora and fauna. Dates are very famous in the Sahara Desert. You can see that very famous and very high quality dates are coming from the Africa and Saudi Arabs because of this desert condition. It is very favorable for the date palm. Okay. Now let us understand the types of people living over there. So generally, two dominant tribes are living over there. One is Bedouin and another is a Tuareg. Okay, so they have specific attire, they have specific culture. When we will see the tribes chapter, we will study them in detail. So they are very nomadic tribes. Their life is all upon rearing sheep, rearing camels, selling the meat, eating the meats, then drinking their milk. So it is all what they do. So they are, some of them they live in the tents, some of them live in the cave, live in the temporary caves. Okay, some of them live around the oases. Getting it? Okay. So what is a oasis? Oasis means you can see over here. Okay, it's a kind of depression. So why this depression have been formed? So because of the huge blowing of the wind, sand flies away from a particular place. It flies away until it can fly. Once it reaches up to the water table, then wind cannot carry the wet sand further. So wind flies out all the dry sand above and the depression forms until the process reaches up to the water level. So this, once it reaches to the water level, water starts coming out and it fills the depression. So this depression which filled with the water is called as a oasis. Okay. So here you can see that these oases, so around date palms and people do lots of agriculture activities around this oasis. So many settlements have been developed around this oasis. Okay. So here the Tafilalet Oasis. Tafilalet Oasis in the Morocco is a very famous and very huge oasis in the Africa. So people generally are growing their date palms. Date and palms they will grow over there. Okay. Also other agriculture crops are also sometimes grown in this region like potatoes and all. See, deserts are also very fertile. If water is available, you can grow many things over there. Okay. So let us understand what types of cropping is being done over here. So in terms of cropping, Egypt and let us say northeastern Africa is very famous for growing the cotton. Egyptian cotton is a very high quality cotton. It is a long thread cotton. Very, very long thread is there in the Egyptian cotton, which makes it very suitable for making the yarns and for mechanical type of textile business. It is very, very good. Okay. So Egyptian cotton, in Egypt, cotton is grown with very high quality cotton is grown in this region. Okay. So ancient time, since ancient time, people are growing cotton over there. Then after that, there was a discovery of oil. So Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, lots of oil have been discovered. Okay, and so this country started developing the desert region of Africa. Okay, so they also grow here rice, wheat, barley. Okay, in India also in Sahara Desert also we are growing wheat and cotton. You guys, if you don't know, because of the Indira Gandhi Canal which has been brought over there, we are making so many types of crops over there. Okay. So other important minerals you can see in these regions are iron, phosphorus, manganese, and uranium is also found over here. Okay. So friends, next, this is all about Sahara Desert. Next desert that we are going to see is the desert of Ladakh, a cold desert. Very, very important. It will be asked in the exam. Okay, because currently dispute is going on. Today only Modi ji went there and he gave the speech to the Jawans. Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay, the desert of Ladakh. So desert of Ladakh, if you see, desert of Ladakh lies to the northern part of the Himalayas. So you have a greater Himalaya, and beyond greater Himalaya, you have trans Himalayan ranges like Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar. So beyond Himalayas, this desert is formed. So this desert comes under the rain shadow region of Himalaya. So Ladakh comes under the rain shadow region of Himalaya. That's why there is no rainfall, and that's why there is a desert-like condition. Okay. So here Ladakh. Here La means what? La means pass, and Dak means what? Dak means a type of land or country. So country full of passes. So that is the meaning of Ladakh. It is also known as Kappachan, which means snow land. Kappachan, which means snow land or land covered with the snow. So as you guys know, this is a cold desert. So day temperature is always very, very less. Okay. Night temperature is even lesser than that. Okay. So there is a highway number 1A which connects Ladakh to Jammu and Kashmir. Through which pass? Zojila Pass. Then there is, so this is parallel highway running to the Ladakh to the Srinagar, Kashmir Valley. So many travelers they go with their bikes. They go through this highway 1A, Zojila Pass, and some people go through Manali as well. Himachal also some people go. So Leh Manali highway. So you'll see these four passes: Rotangla, Baralachala, Lunglachla, and Tanglangla passes. These are the four passes you will see on the Manali Leh highway. So you should remember these names in the preliminary examination. Very high chances that they will ask this year or next year. Okay. So this is a cold desert of Ladakh. Okay. So as I have told you, Himalayas are greater Himalayas are like this. Then you have Trans Himalaya. Okay. So first is Karakoram. Then you have Ladakh. Then you have Jaskar. Then these are the three Karakoram ranges. So here you have Karakoram. Okay. Then here you have Jaskar, and Ladakh is on the center. So Ladakh is at between Karakoram and Jaskar. So because it is in between this Karakoram and Jaskar, so what is happening over here? It is coming under the rain shadow region of the Himalayas. So you know the rain shadow region means there will be very less amount of rainfall over here. So altitude wise, it is always on very high altitude. So maximum altitude is almost 8 kilometer, and the average altitude is you can say 3,000 to 4,000 meters. Okay, so that's why Ladakh, the sunlight also during the day it also gets lots of sunlight, but temperatures are always very, very low. So during the daytime, air is heated a bit. Okay, and because of the it is present in the temperate region, it is also simultaneously cold. So winds are freezy as well as sunlight is direct. So if you go to the Ladakh, simultaneously you will have a like frost bites, and simultaneously your skin will be burning because sunlight is directly coming. Very air is very clean at very high altitude. It is there, so temperature direct sun, because of the sun rays you will get sunburn, and same time because of the chilly winds you will get frostbite. So both the conditions exist in the Ladakh. Okay. Here, if you see, Indus River is present over there. Okay, Galwan River, we are listening to its name. Shok River, which is a tributary of Indus. So Shok and Galwan are meeting each other, and then they are meeting Indus. Okay, so Indus, Galwan, Shok, these rivers are there. Gangri is one of the glacier. It's a famous glacier which is there in the Ladakh region. Dras is the coldest place in the Ladakh. Okay, so temperature can go in the winter as minus 40 degrees, as low as minus 40 degrees, and normally it is minus 30 degrees. Okay, so these are very important things about Ladakh. Now let us understand what is the flora and fauna of Ladakh. So guys, this there are some lakes present over here, and some grasslands are also present over here. So you'll see some deer-like species like chiru type of antelopes you will see over there. Ships you will see woolly ships. So there is a Champa tribe which grows the this special these ships over there. They rear the ships to whose wool is sold to the Kashmiri people. They make shawls called as a pashmina shawls. So uh, pashmina species of these ships are being reared in this region by the Champa tribe. Okay, so vegetation is very sparse over there. This Chiru antelope is found over there. Its wool is very costly. It is called as a shahatush. Okay, so shahatush shawls are very costly. It is banned now to hunting this hunting of chirus are banned, and even shahatush you cannot buy it now. It's very rare. It is like cost like 8 lakh, 10 lakh rupees one shawl. It will cost like that. It's very rare. Okay, so this type of species of animals you will find over there. You will find birds like robins are there, and some Tibetan species of birds are there like snowcocks and raven and hopo. These are things are very common in the Ladakh. Yak is very famous. Yak's milk they will use for making butter. They will make ghee. They will make curd out of the yak milk. So yak is very one of the famous uh, animal over there in the Ladakh. Okay, and during the summer season there will be there will be fruits which will be growing over there like apples, apricots, walnuts. They will be there in this region which will be grown in this region. Okay, so the softwood trees are also there, like poplar is there, cedar is there. So bats like cricket bats and all are made out of these uh, wood of this tree. So this they have very high significance of in terms of their economy. Okay, so this Ladakh people they have developed their civilization over there. So religion is very important part of civilization. So ancient religion of the Ladakhis is a Buddhist. Okay, but slowly because of the closeness to the Kashmir Valley, the Islam also came over there. So either you will find Muslim and or Buddhist people over there. So their gumfas or gumpas have been developed in their monasteries. So these monasteries they have developed gumpas or gumfas in this region. Okay, so Hemis, Thiske, and She and Lamayuru, these are the very famous monasteries over there. In the summer season, these people will do agriculture as well. So barley, potatoes, peas, and beans they will grow in this region. So winter months are very harsh. So these people celebrate so many festivals in the winter season. They don't work much. Only summer season they will work a lot. Okay, though winter season they will rely mostly upon tourism activities. Summer also tourism activities are very famous. So Ladakh is very famous for these types of tourism activities. So this is a very important chapter. One or two MCQs can be asked you in the exam. So let us see the MCQs based upon this chapter. Okay. So Sahara is located in which part of the Africa? So definitely northern part of the African continent. Sahara is what type of desert? Definitely it is a hot desert. Okay. The Ladakh deserts is mainly inhabited by what? Buddhist and Muslims. Deserts are characterized by what? Scanty vegetation. Okay. Heavy precipitation wrong, low evaporation wrong. Hemis in the Ladakh is a famous, what is it? The famous monastery. Okay. The sixth MCQ is here. Egypt is famous for growing what? Cotton. Okay. Then match the following. Okay. Oasis. What is the oasis? Oasis is a depression in the water. Bedouins. They are the tribes in the Sahara. Oil. Libya. You know, Colonel Gaddafi was killed because of this oil. Gangri. Gangri. What is a Gangri? Is a glacier in the Ladakh. Lamayuru is a monastery. So very simple chapter. I hope you guys have understood this chapter. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, we will be starting the 8th standard NCRT. So if you have doubt in the 7th standard NCRT, please do let me know. You need to take down all the notes for you guys. Very, very important. Okay. And let us see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.